the other day.
Hmm.
I always watch YouTube videos. I saw Hammond talking about a gin and tonic, and it's like the third time it's come up, and I've never had one. I'm like, well, I wonder what that's about. So anyway, I stopped by my favorite shop over here and I grabbed my usual, bi-weekly bottle of Jack Daniels. I started to go, and he says, "It's hot." And yeah, it's hot today because you should have a gin and tonic. I was like, what? Anyway, he says, yeah, you should have a gin and tonic. And I said, well, that's been on my mind for a while. I've been thinking about trying it, but I just haven't done it. And he goes, you should try it. I go, well, you have gin, obviously. He goes, oh yeah. Do you have tonic? He goes, yeah, it's in the 12 fridge bag. Okay. So, you like that picture? Yeah, so I tried it, and I haven't decided if it's good or not. I figure I may as well try it a few more times. And decide if I actually like it. It's alright. We'll talk about that for a second, then I'm going to give you a dad recipe. Let's go check this out. Alright, so I did. I got a small bottle of gin. I tried it out. Just regular Schweppes and this brand of gin. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. I should plead the fifth and not tell the story so I don't incriminate myself, but I'm going to tell myself. Back when I was just a youngster, I got into Grandma's cupboard one time and she had a bottle of Beefeater. And I tried it. I just want to see what it was about. And my God, it tasted like turpentine. It was not good. It was not good at all. So anyway, I hear people talking gin and tonic. I don't know what tonic is, but I know gin tastes like, some kind of petroleum distillate. I'm not interested in that. So, but I've been listening to these guys lately on YouTube talking about, well, the fragrance, the aromatic, the floral nature of the gin mixes with the tonic so well, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, what the hell are you talking about? That's not my experience. It was like turpentine. You cut paint with that crap back when paint was lead based. Back when men were men and they grew from babies that ate chips of that stuff. Anyway, I'm kidding. Anyway, buddy down there at the favorite liquor store, he gave me a small bottle of this, about half this size. This is 750 mil, about half this size, and it's almost like potpourri. It's like not obnoxious though. So I tried it. I tried a gin and tonic. I went online. I watched the videos. I'm not a big fan of lime, and I'm like, okay, but I'll try it. But I'm thinking it'd be better with lemon, but I don't know. I'm going to try it the right way first. So 3-4 drops of lime, the way Jamie Oliver did it, the way another guy did it. He just garnished it with a slice of lime. He didn't actually squeeze the lime into the glass. Jamie Oliver did. He squeezed probably 3 drops of lime on the ice, poured his gin in, and then poured the tonic, and it's 2 to 1. 1 gin, 2 tonic, right? So I had a few. I did a little bottle. I went through the whole thing over the course of a few days. It was fine. It was pretty good, actually. The tonic was a little strong for me. To my taste, it wasn't that good. But I can see why they're calling it refreshing. Okay, so I thought, well, let's cut back on the lime a little bit. I'm going to put like 2 or 3 drops instead of 3 to 5 drops, right? So I put, 3 drops of lime in the bottom of the glass. I poured a shot of gin, this gin, And then, which doesn't taste like turpentine. And then I put the 2 shots of Schweppes. Let me get that for you real quick. Let me show you that. Here we go. Schweppes, right? So this on its own, very, very floral, not turpentine at all, not even a little bit. It's good. It's okay. It's not something I would actually jump into on its own. This is disgusting. It tastes like it's tart. Put it like that. It's very tart. So that's not something I would have on its own. Apparently, occasionally, my father-in-law will have that on its own. With the gin and the lime, it's pretty good. It's a whole different experience, and I think refreshing is a good word for it. I'm not gonna say it tastes good, and I'm not gonna say it tastes bad. It's got its own thing. It's aromatic. The lime kicks in. It kind of, if you get too much lime, it'll overpower it. The lime that I got, Mama picked up for me at the store. I rolled it on the counter to crush it all up inside before I cut it. But it's a pretty tart lime too. So a more ripe lime that's a little sweeter might be a better bet. But that's to my taste. Your taste may vary. Maybe that's perfect for you. It's okay. I'm not griping about it. Believe me. So anyway, in comes the dad recipe, because, you know, to my American taste buds, a little bit sweeter is usually a little bit better, and that has its place, and it's good, and I do enjoy it. But I played with it. I came up with, I didn't want to do 1-to-1. So I put 2 drops of lime, 1 shot of the gin, and 1.5 shots, or, you know, 2 shots of gin and 3 shots of Schweppes. So that's different altogether. That's a whole other thing. I like that even better. That's my favorite mixture. So I'm not going to say 2-to-1 on the Schweppes. I'm going to say 1.5-to-1. A little more gin, which gets you a little more lit. Anyway, if you're like me and you like a little bit sweeter stuff, but you do like that lemony, limey kind of thing, and I will say lemon is a little bit better, because I made a few with just lemon, and yes. So that's kind of what I'm going to show you tonight. We've got our ice. The glass is nice and chilled through and through. Now we've knocked the water off. I went ahead and drank it. You can pour it off if you want, whatever you want to do. So, a little bit of lemonade. This is not a gin and tonic, guys. This is not a gin and tonic. There's no tonic involved, okay? A little bit of lemonade. I'm going to put about yay amount of lemonade over the ice. And I'm going to put about yay amount of gin. 1-to-1, right? I'm not going to say it's refreshing the same way it is with a gin and tonic, but it is really good. I'm going to take a good old American soda pop, and I'm going to top that thing off, and I'm just going to mix it all up like that. Now, that doesn't have the bite that tonic has at all. On the contrary, this is pretty sweet. And lemonade, the way we get it, is pretty sweet. But it still has that tart to it. Not tart. It's got that citrus pang to it, right? and over ice, you can still get that fizz. And it does give you the fizz. Ooh, it's good. Yeah, so one part lemonade, one part gin, and I do like this stuff for it. This gives it a little bit serious note that it wouldn't have otherwise. Not quite as serious as a full-on gin and tonic, which is good, and it's got its place. But, I knocked the thing over. It's pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. It's a little bit more serious, a little bit of tart with the lemon, and then the sweet from the lemon lime Sprite. You still get that fizzy. I don't know. I like this. It's good. I enjoy it. Because it's a soda, it's got that kind of, you know, it's going to coat your tongue and all that stuff. It's not going to clear the palate the way a gin and tonic does. And I don't know if I'd say clear the palate, but a gin and tonic does clear the way a little bit, right? Anyway. Alright, guys. I'm going to shut it down. That's my dad recipes. Number 4 or 5 or 3 or whatever it is. I don't remember. I'm going to go back to sitting down. I'll edit this real quick and throw it up there. You have a good day. Hopefully I wake up in the morning. Good to go to work. Have a good one. Catch you on the next one.